In June of 2022, I had the privilege of being in Israel of one of my many trips, but this one was special. This one I had the opportunity to spend a very wonderful chunk of time in Shah HaNegev. And there I met some phenomenal people. Ophir Liebstein, Alav Shalom, Lior, and Addi, who we're going to hear from in a few moments. It was the first, if I remember correctly, the first regional council meeting that was back in person since COVID. And it was a big deal. And there was a grand meal. And Addi was representing Nachal Oz, her kibbutz, and every moshav kibbutz, every area has a regional representative. And it was beautiful. And they spoke passionately about each of their kibbutzim. In fact, there was a lot of politics going on at the time. I remember a lot of the text going around and everybody going, oy vavoy, what's going on? But there was a lot of simcha. There was a tremendous amount of joy of being together and looking at these incredible individuals that were reshaping this Gaza envelope in so many beautiful and impactful ways. So tonight we're going to hear from Addi. The Cherry family is here, as I mentioned, from Kibbutz Nachal Oz in Shah HaNegev, through the miracle after miracle, as they say, surviving the horrific Hamas attacks on October 7th. This resilient family will share their story with us and bear witness to what happened that day. We are Adim this evening. We are witnesses to story, to testimony, just as we ask and invite everyone on Yom HaShoah to remember, to Zachor. Tonight is one of those moments. Federation's hope, we know, is to continue helping and supporting more families like the Cherries and to tell about the partnership of the region of Shah HaNegev and getting these stories out. So the hundreds that are online, the hundreds that are here with us, is just the beginning. Addi and Shai and their three children, Guy, Shani, and Yahav. In this moment, we think of you. As we know that, Addi, you work so very hard on the regional council, working with your good friend, Ophir, and our good friend. Working with him closely to bring about a vision of peace and security for the region. This resilient family is here with us today, and we are so blessed. And in this moment, we'd like to invite our friend, Addi.
I would like actually to start the evening before, the October, okay? Better? I would like to start actually the evening before, October 6th, because October 7th was supposed to be the 17th anniversary of Nachal Oz. So we prepared a huge party, and we have... Sure.
I'm going to make your life easier here.
Okay.
You have to leave it where you can just stand.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. We prepared a huge celebration, and on October 6th, it was the final rehearsal, so we were standing then afterwards on the stage, about 50 people of Nachal Oz, and singing prayer for peace. And we didn't realize that some of them will be the last time we're going to see. We didn't know that. But we were so happy, and with that euphoria, we went to bed. We woke up at 10 before 6 to hundreds of rockets and sirens, which is not really normal. We ran to the safe room. We have 3 children, and each child has a safe room. So we ran to the safe room to be with the children. And about 20 minutes into the beginning, it come down. So we went outside. Everything was closed. And my husband went into the living room, and he was looking through the windows. And we are the first house in front of the field, in front of the gate. So my husband was looking at the window, and suddenly he was yelling, "Oh my God, I see Hamas." He saw 3 or 4 terrorists dressed in black and has like green band-aid with RPGs and heavy weapon. And he was yelling, run for cover, run for the safe room. We all ran to our oldest son, Guy, room. We closed the door. Now you have to realize that door, it's not meant to be locked. Because if something happened, you need to be saved. You need to be easily open that door. So we put a chair against the handle, and a very heavy commander to push the chair also. And it was really, really dark because either the Hamas dropped the electricity or because of the missiles, I'm not sure. But we didn't have any. So it was really, really dark in the room. We were inside. We started to hear yelling all around the house and fighting and Allah Akbar and Idbach al-Yahud, and which is slaughter the Jew, basically. And it was just outside our windows. It was literally a war zone outside our house. We were texting to the WhatsApp of the kibbutz that Hamas is in the kibbutz, and we were getting texts. And then suddenly we heard our main door being broken. And we heard them, 3 terrorists inside, screaming and yelling, "Allah Akbar" and "Idbach al-Yahud." And I was texting, like, "Oh my God, please help us. They are here." And we all, Owen and Guy and me, we were pushing the door, holding the door. And they tried to open the door. For some reason, they didn't manage to open it. But while they were doing it, Guy and Owen held it from the side. And I was thinking to myself, maybe if they do manage to open the door, they will see me. And maybe I'm good enough. Maybe they will just take me. Because I know that if they're going to see my husband and my eldest son, they will kill them. The young ones were hidden in a corner, in a dark corner of the room. Luckily, they didn't open the door, but they went ballistic in the house. Because I was screaming for help via WhatsApp. 2 brave men of the kibbutz came and they started gunshot and firing inside the house. And one of the terrorists got wounded. He was yelling and crying. And we heard a lot of noise. And then we heard the thump of a body falling. And they left. So we could breathe. All the time we were dead quiet. And it was really dark. So we assumed they thought there was nobody home. And after a while, and there was still fighting going on. After a while, we started to hear many people with children, women, children, men, speaking Arabic, that means they're from Gaza, entering our house, but really happily. And I was really, for me, I was shocked because they brought children into a war zone. We, a second ago, would do anything to protect our kids, and they brought children, young children, into a war zone just to steal. And they were so happy about it. And at that moment, I understood that I didn't understand anything. Who I thought were our neighbors, I didn't understand them. They also tried to open the door. We held that door. And because I knew that even if they weren't terrorists, that if they found us, they will kill us. And after a long, long, long while, they left with approximately all our house. And still, heavy fire was going on, and they also threw grenades onto our house. After a while, again, came people, but this time they didn't try to open the door. They just came to take the body or bodies. We're not sure. Around 1:30, we received a message. Every now and then we had communication. So I received a message that IDF is in the kibbutz, and they're going to pass house by house to see that it's safe, and they will come and rescue. Around 5 in the afternoon, so it's 11 hours that we're inside with no water, and it was really dark. We heard it's IDF. We didn't answer in the beginning because also the terrorists yelled, it's IDF, but we could hear the accent before. This time they yelled, it's IDF, and we could hear the army speaking and the Hebrew accent, and they told us the name of the brigade. So we yelled that we're here and we're alive. They opened the door, and they told my husband, you know, it's really harsh, the way the house looks, full of blood and really terrible. So maybe you should go out first to see if it's okay. So my husband, Owen, he went outside, he brought us some water. We had to go immediately in again because still fighting was going on and rockets. So we went back. We were there until around 8:30 in the evening. We received a message that the army will evacuate the kibbutz to a safe place. Around 2:30 in the morning, the army finally came to our house, and they took us out, and they actually surrounded our kids in order for them not to see anything, because when we opened the door, it was literally opening the door to hell. The sight that were all around was literally hell. They took us to a gathering place in the kibbutz, and there we started to realize and understand what was going on, and that we lost members of our community, and some of them were kidnapped, also children and elderly. We were moved to a kibbutz up in the north, in Mishmar HaEmek, which Nachalos are still there. We as a family decided to do whatever it takes to go to Belgium to spend time with my family and to keep our distance from Israel for now, as long as there is war. Now, I have to say that we are the lucky ones. we are alive. We can hug our kids. There's 241 hostage that are held in Gaza that we don't know what's going on with them. There are our friends, our kids' friends over there, children, and we are begging the world to do whatever it takes to bring them home, not tomorrow, to bring them home yesterday. And that's what we're working on right now. Thank you.
First of all, thank you for sharing your heart and for enabling us to be witness. When you have this group, and I know tomorrow night we'll have other people and you'll be here for a little while, and so you'll be seeing people, what would you want for our community, for the Jewish community? What would you want us to know? And what would you want us, if we can do anything in this moment, what would it be?
I don't know how or to whom to speak, but do whatever you can to bring our loved ones home, whatever it takes.
Okay.
That's what we wish for.